Hey, what's up, everybody? We're coming to you live partway mid-match in the Div 3 FABTL uh, playoffs. I am your host, Adam Philipchuk, and we have here uh, a potential doubleheader for you guys. Uh, we have Clout Chasers taking on Separatist Union, and Clout Chasers are currently up 2-0 in the series. And in this series, if the Clout Chasers can get the clinch here, the Clout Chasers will be winning the series, and the next match won't need to be played. But we're gonna see what happens in here. We're gonna, I'm assuming, have a very tight match for you guys today, with the Clout Chasers up to a Separatist Union. This is going to be a big one for them to show up and really just like give it their all to stay in this series. Uh, Apologies, I'm having some. So here we are. We have Christian from the Clout Chasers on the left in blue, Philip from the Separatist Union on the right in red. And we see Chain versus Lexi. And it looks like we are on Philip's turn currently. Philip coming in with the Frostlock right now and is fusing it. So this is a decent attack to present into a chain. Chain does run with some zero costs, and not as much as Briar, but still enough that Frostlock does hurt. Your bounding demigons are turned off, and you can't play your shadow puppetries. So here we see we're passing to the end of Philip's turn. Philip arsenaling a card, and we're going into Shackle 1. So we're still in the early portion of this game. Uh, Christian with only one card in hand to pitch. He's going to Shackle, uh, pitch to Shackle because he does have a Frostbite, and then just swing the Rosetta for 2. And I imagine Philip's happy to take this. And Philip, I think was sitting. Was he? Yeah, there we go. Going down to. I think we are dealing with a little bit of lag in this match. Apologies for that. Uh, Christian, I believe, is playing from Europe, so it does slow things down a little bit for the players. And that is one of the downsides to TTS is it can get laggy. So we see here start of Philip's turn once again. Philip going with the Lexi reveal at the beginning of the turn, revealing an ice card. This will generate a Frostbite under Christian's control. And that'll be taxing the next card played or activated ability Christian does by 1. We see a Seek and Destroy here played from hand. This is going to be +3 to the next attack. And on hit, if this hits a hero at the beginning of their next end phase, they discard all cards in their hand and destroy all cards in arsenal. So this still allows, on hit, still allows, ooh, and into the Remorseless. I imagine this Remorseless, well, we've got one floating. Lexi's probably going to be looking at Arsenal. So this Remorseless probably was given +1 off Voltaire. So that'll be 6, 7, 8, 9. On hit, Christian has to discard and loses Arsenal at the end of his turn. And with Remorseless, if it hits until end of Christian's next turn, whenever he plays an action card, he would lose a life. So here we see some interesting pressure on Christian. Christian has to decide, can he play out his turn and his arsenal? If he's looking to carry over a card, he does need to block this. Christian trying to think of how he wants to deal with this. And Christian thinking long and hard about his block here. And I don't think it's that he's so much afraid of taking the damage. It's that he's trying to figure out what he can do with his turn. How does he deal with the Seek and Destroy trigger? That's, I think, the questions that are going through Christian's head right now. And I wonder, could Christian be thinking about throwing the Husk at this? I feel like this would be an early Husk. I feel like if Christian's got the block from hand, he blocks from hand over Husking. But he is going, and yeah, we're only going into Shackle 2, so I think all the more reason. You're not looking to get a whole bunch of banishes off of Shackle 2. You're still looking to build up to that bigger mid to end game state. Though this match with Lexi could be a race altogether. And here we see, okay, Husk, Grasp, that's blocking for 8. Oh, this might only be coming in for 8 with Go Again. And then we're going to follow up with the Icy Encounter. Okay. So this is a red Icy Encounter. Coming in for 6, and on hit, Christian would get another Frostbite. So now Christian has to figure out, can he manage his turn through 2 Frostbites? 1 Frostbite, Chain can usually manage. Chain does have enough blues in his deck, but 2 starts to get a little pricey. This attack also threatening to take Christian down to 27. So we see Christian going up to 2 Frostbites into Shackle 2. Gets the Bounding Demigod red. So he does have that in his banish. Ooh, and we're going to see the Shadow Puppetry. That's going to cost him 2. Yeah, we see a blue Vexing Malice pitch to take care of that. So this Bounding Demigod's coming in for 5 Go Again on hit. Christian will get to look at the top card of his deck and possibly banish it should he so choose. So we see a hit here. Christian's looking at the top card of his deck. Sure, he'd love to see another Bounding Demigon. We're going to see a Shackle to 3, followed up by another Bounding Demigon. Is this a yellow? I believe that's a yellow. So this is coming in for 2. It does not get the +1 because it was not played from Banish. And we're going to see that followed up by the Rosetta. So another 6 damage here, taking Philip down to 17. And Philip's starting to get in the danger zone here. We are going to pass to the end of Christian's turn. Christian takes 1 damage off of Blood Debt from his Husk. But Philip Vilexi is on a 5-card hand here and does reveal an Endless Arrow. So some potential to string along a bigger turn here, though he will have to find a way to give that Endless Arrow go again should he want to play. And we're going to see a Voltaire activation into a Bolt and Shot. Bolt and Shot will be coming in for 5, I imagine. Yeah, 5, go again on hit. The reload is not relevant because there is a card in Arsenal. We are, however, going to see a Shock Charmer's activation. So this 5 becomes 6. Now we're going to see a Fatigue Shot get loaded. Fatigue Shot's an interesting one. When Fatigue Shot hits a hero, the base power of the first attack action card they play during their next turn is halved, rounded up. So an attack with 5 base would become 3, 4 would become 2, 3 would become 1, 2. Yeah, 3 should become 2 still. And we are going to see that Endless Arrow get played out off the Fatigue Shot. Endless Arrow comes back to hand because it hits. Christian going down to 15. And now we're going to the start of Christian's turn. Christian shackles hits 3 shackles this turn. Ooh, 1 hit, a red Riftbind. We see the Tome of Fyendel and Art of War for the other 2. Tome of Fyendel has been an interesting card in Chain lately. I know some Chain players have started to tout its usefulness for racing. And I can definitely see the merit. You can play it off creepers. It refills your hand. If you play it from Banish or from Arsenal, you get some life off of it. Like, it's not the easiest card to play in Chain, but a good Chain player, I think, can make a lot of use out of it. So here we're going to see a Mauve Skies into the Riftbind. That's a yellow Mauve Skies. So Riftbind for 4, I believe, with Go Again off the Mauve. On hit, we'll make 2 Rune Chants. We see that blocked with the Polar Blast and the Perch Grapplers. And here we see a Tome of Fyendel off of Creepers. Here we go. So Christian drawing 2, gaining 4, up to 19. We're going to see an Art of War get played here. Pitching a Minnowism. Banishing a Bounding Demigon to draw 2. And this is going to be a big turn for Christian now. This turn's going to hurt. You see a Rune Chant get created. +1 on the Art of War, because that Riftbind is now coming in for 5. Christian's playing it as an attack reaction, I believe. So that's where the 2 Rune Chants are coming from. Here we're going to see a shadow puppetry. Oh, man. Into a blue bounding demigon. So this is going to be 3 plus 1 off shadow, or 4, sorry. Plus 1 off shadow puppetry, plus 1 off the bounding demigon, plus 1 off the art of war. So 4 and 2 rune chance. Player is resolving the arcane first, as they're supposed to. Now we're looking at blocks for this bounding demigon. And here we see the trigger on the shadow puppetry. Christian's going to banish a Howl from Beyond. Is that a yellow Howl from Beyond? It is a yellow Howl from Beyond. That's interesting. Plus 2 to the next attack action. Shackle to 4. Shadow Averser for 5 with Go Again. Is threatening to take Philip down to 6. And I wonder what Philip has to be thinking right now. He's on a 3-card hand plus his arsenal. This threatens to take him down to 6, and then if he sees Rosetta after this, that's down to 2. And he's still got 19 life of his own to push through. It's not to say that Lexi can't do it, but a 3-card hand plus Arsenal Lexi starting to... though, I do wonder if maybe we could see a 3 of a kind coming up here. As far as we've been watching this game, we haven't seen a 3 of a kind get played yet. Whoop, and we see creepers going to the bottom of the deck there. The joys of TTS. So Philip at 2 reveals the ice card off of Lexi, making the Frostbite. And that's a blue ice quick. Oh, and here we see the 3 of a kind. All right. So there is some hope for Philip still here. Though I imagine at this point, Philip needs to deal an egregious amount of damage to really threaten any cards out of. Well, mind you, with the Ice Quake, that threatens a Frostbite on. Is it every time an attack deals damage or every time an attack hits? Whenever an attack hits a hero. Ooh, and the Endless Arrow. I imagine we're choosing Go Again here. So this is going to be 5 Go Again. On hit, makes a Frostbite. And, Philip, managing to pull some cards out of Christian's hand. This Ice Quake is really probably what Philip needed right now. The Ice Quake plus the 3 of a kind. I know otherwise Christian's just happy to take damage here. So that Endless Arrow gets blocked out. Here we're going to see the Seek and Destroy get pitched to Voltaire a second time. Here comes another Endless Arrow. And it looks like Christian's going to take this one. Down to 13, up to 2 Frostbites. Or did I misread that? Is Ice Quake only... No, this should be 2 Frostbites. Yeah, there we go. So the Endless Arrow comes back to hand. No go again here, though. And we're going to see an Arsenal and a pass to Christian. Christian on Shackle 4. 2 hits, the red Ghostly Visit and the blue Shadow Verser. Christian does have 2 Frostbites to play through. His first activated ability or card played will cost him an extra 2. And when we say activated ability, it pretty much shuts down. It shuts down Creeper. Well, it doesn't shut down, but taxes Creepers, taxes Chain, taxes Rosetta, taxes Grasp. So we're going to see the Ghostly Visit, paying 3 for it. This is going to be 4 with Go again. That deals with the Frostbites. And here we're going to see, all right, New Horizons getting thrown at this. So whenever New Horizons gets used to block, you do have to destroy all cards in Arsenal. And I believe that's when the combat chain closes. When New Horizons is destroyed, destroy all cards in Arsenal. So yeah, when the combat chain closes, New Horizons will be destroyed. And that's got to be a little painful for Philip. I mean, I think he's at that point where he needs to try to hold on to whatever cards he can from hand. But this takes away his ability to Lexi reveal on his next turn. This also takes away Philip's second Arsenal slot, because when New Horizons is in play, as long as you have a face-up card in Arsenal, you have a second Arsenal slot. So we see the Ghostly Visit followed up by a Belittle, 3 with Go again. Doesn't look like we had any reveal there, so no fetching for a Minnowism. We see a full block on the Belittle into so we're going to pass to Philip's turn. Philip able to play another 3 of a kind here. Pitching the Channel Lake Frigid. He's got 2 resources up, 3 cards in hand. And it looks like he did find an arrow off the 3 of a kind there. So we're going to see a Bolton shot. This is going to be 5 Go again. Reload is relevant this time, as there is no cards in Arsenal. So we see Christian's going to take that down to 7, and that's going to get the reload. So now we can Lexi reveal here. I wonder if that's what we're going to do, or if we're just going to roll with the Go again. Okay, ooh, another 3 of a kind. Ooh, that's not what Christian wants to see right now. So yeah, Philip kind of he's got a lucky horseshoe up somewhere, because to get that double 3 of a kind turn right when he needed it, that's pretty big. We're gonna see a Chilling Ice Vein. I imagine he's choosing +1 on this Chilling. So this is coming in for 6, and on hit, or on damage dealt, not on hit, on damage dealt, Christian will have to pay 1 or discard a card. Something of note, that was a blue revealed there, so Shock Charmers are in play here. And we're going to see a 3-card block here from hand. Shackle 5 for Christian. We've got the Howl and the Riftbind, missing 3 shackles. We're going to see that Howl get played. It's a red Howl, so +3 to the next attack action. Into chain activation, giving the next attack go again, followed up by a Riftbind. This Riftbind is going to be for 7. 7 go again, but I don't believe Christian has any resources to follow anything up on his turn. Philip down to 1 here, so Philip has to block from hand for this. He said this is going to be a 3-card block. Unless Philip's got some trick up his sleeve. Maybe running a trap or something? I don't know. No, we're going to see the Chilling Ice Vein, Ice Quake, and an Ice Quake, and that'll be a block for 7. Christian, blood debt down to, or taking 1 blood debt off the Carrion Husk, going down to 6. Drawing up and passing it over to Philip. Philip's got 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal, 1 life. Revealing the Ice Quake. This is going to give Christian a Frostbite. And that's a Polar Blast, so Philip can play that out, threaten Dominate on his next attack, draw a card. Depends if Philip's got the blue in hand, though. He would, I imagine, need the blue to... Yeah, Philip's just going to pass the turn. Interesting choice. So I guess hoping that a Frostbite is enough to shut Christian's next turn down. I don't imagine it will be. Christian on the 4-card hand here. Revealing 6 cards off the top of his deck. Or I should say banishing. Oh, and not a single hit. Oh, that's not what Christian wants to see right now. So Christian is stuck to his 4-card hand with a Frostbite. So I don't know, maybe Philip has some sort of clairvoyance and was able to predict that there would be, or just hope that there would be no banishes there. Because now the Frostbite does become a lot more relevant. So we're going to see a Howl get played from hand. This will cost Christian 3. Pitching a blue to pay the cost. Shackling to 7. And we're going to see a yellow Shrill get played out. Pitching a yellow Howl. I believe this is going to be for 6, 9 with go again. None floating. And this is going to take 3 cards out of Philip's hand. And I believe that's going to be a pass. Yep. Christian taking 1 blood debt off the husk, going down to 5, drawing up, passing it over to Philip. Philip's got 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal. Looks like we're thinking about playing the Polar Blast here. Oh, he's got the red Icy Encounter, and he can't arsenal it with the Polar Blast there. I imagine Philip was hoping to find a blue here instead, but no such luck. Pardon me. So we see the Polar Blast going to get played off of the Icy Encounter. But I believe that's going to be the end of, that's going to be the end of Philip's turn. So we're coming into Shackle 7, start of Christian's turn. And I think this is going to be, I don't imagine Philip makes it past his turn if the banishes are there. Mind you, 2 hits on 7 shackles. And Christian's going to need a non-attack action from hand to be able to play out those boundings. Oh, and he's got the Mob Skies. Yeah, that's a blue Mob Skies. So this is going to be a bounding for 2, go again. On hit isn't relevant at this point. On hit, Christian wins the game. So we're going to see a block with the blue or the red Ice Quake. Block for 2. We're going to follow that up with a shackle. Shackling to 8. And something of note here, Christian's only got 6 cards left in deck. So we're going to see Shock Charmers get used for the 2 Arcane here off Rosetta, and then a block with a Command and Conquer. Oh, and we're going to make a Rune Chant and then come in with the Bounding Demigon, and I think this is going to be game. Because Philip does not have any Arcane Barrier at this point. It looks like we forgot about the Rune Chant there for a second. Players just talking it out here quickly, but I don't see how unless there's a sigil somewhere. Yeah, and I think, yeah, there we have some sort of indication that it's over. So that's gonna be it then. Clout Chasers taking the series 3-zip. But what an exciting match that was. Like, Philip down to 1, on the back foot, just trying to muster anything he can to try to stay in the game. And I'd say all things considered, Philip played one hell of a game, staying in it until the bitter end, taking Christian down to 5. I think earlier to mid game, that game was looking very decided for the chain, and yeah, Philip did a great job staying in it. So with that being said, Clout Chasers do take the series 3-zip. That is, huge congratulations to Clout Chasers. They are going to be bumping up to Div 2 here for Season 3 of the Flesh and Blood Team League. Yeah, very, very exciting stuff. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. It's been so much fun bringing the season to you guys. We do have some Div 2 action coming up for you still. We're waiting on some times and dates here, but there still is a little bit of action to catch. So stay tuned to our Twitter. We will be posting our schedule as we get it. But in the meantime, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, wherever you are. I'm Adam Filipchuk, and I'm